Hello, fishing fans, live from Melbourne, Florida. This is Matt Upton, ROFFS Ocean Fishing Forecasting Service, and we are into the 10th of October, 2023, and I am still promoting really good conditions for this time of year in the Northeast. So we're looking at sea surface temperature, and we're looking at ocean color and the real-time ocean conditions. And what is absolutely crazy, unprecedented, hardly ever seen before, is how far this Gulf Stream is still 83, 84 degrees, pushed up and shedding eddies and filaments as far inshore as 30, 40 fathoms, even 25 fathoms offshore of southern New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. There's a series of larger and smaller counterclockwise eddies that are moving up and pushing filaments of Gulf Stream water way inshore. Now, we've had we're talking into the Spencer Canyon, Wilmington, Baltimore, Washington, Norfolk. I know last week there was some decent billfish action down by Norfolk Canyon. And this week we've had some reports of yellowfin, big eye tuna in the Washington Canyon. And the last week, early this week, Wilmington Canyon's produced a few yellowfin tunas, some yellowfin tuna. Lots of mahi. We've been lots of mahi action still off of Wilmington, Baltimore, and wahoo. Lots of wahoo action as well in these canyons, and even pushed inshore all the way into 20, 30 fathoms in some locations. You have a really almost unprecedented opportunities to fish not that far offshore in October, weather permitting, for these canyons from Spencer, even a little bit south of Lindencoal, all the way down the Norfolk Canyon. Absolutely crazy. So you have this Gulf Stream in these waters in here over the 100 fathom, 50 to 100 fathoms are still in the 70s, mid 70s. Even the Gulf Stream warmer water is filaments shedding 80 degrees. Inshore, we have, normal kind of for this time of year, 60-degree water, 64, 65, still a little bit warmer than normal. And then up and off of, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, the water is starting to cool quite a bit, but we still have 70-degree water. And it's a little bit far offshore, but 70 to 68 to 70 degrees down off of the Fishtails, Block Canyon, Hudson. There's been decent tuna action in the Hudson lately. It's moved off from the triple wrecks, we've heard, but it's been decent in the Hudson Canyon recently. There's a large counterclockwise eddy flow here in the south, but keep an eye on just long-term conditions. There's a big blockage in the Gulf Stream with a cold core eddy that is shedding off to the south, but it's blocking the Gulf Stream main flow that usually goes through here like this, but is now coming around and down and up like this. And this is allowing this Gulf Stream to push way up and in that we hardly ever see, especially this time of year, for possibilities of even billfish. I know there's been a few marlin caught and sighted over the last few days to end of last week. But this is just something to really keep an eye on, even down off of Virginia. The tuna action hasn't been that great off of North Carolina lately, but there's a nice strong Gulf Stream edge if you're able to fish that tide. But there's some decent water lick in here just south of Norfolk a ways that is also good. So keep track of the north. We're going to keep track for another couple of weeks. because this is just some wild conditions. And when the weather permits, you guys should get offshore. This, this water here is still in the 68 to 70 degrees. Looks like there's some stuff further off here in the 60s. This is tuna. This is tuna out here south of Georges Bank, east of Hydrographer Canyon. So keep an eye on that stuff. Get a hold of ROFFS to get a better idea of where the conditions are. Now the time of year where sea surface temperature becomes a little bit more important than ocean color. But let's just take a look at the ocean color image. Lots of green water pulling up and off of Virginia, North Carolina, but a nice strong edge, and blue to blended blue water pushing up and in. This is Gulf Stream stuff. Baltimore, Wilmington, Spencer Canyon. Nice big eddy that's moving up here, and it's even going to maybe push this Gulf Stream up further. Linden Coal. Absolutely crazy. Still some blended blue water here south of the fishtails, and this is 1,000 fathoms, but there's tuna in this water. I'm sure there's some tuna in this water where the water's over 60 degrees. You're still going to see mahi this time of year, obviously in this canyons down in Baltimore, Wilmington, but also inshore, Wahoo inshore when the weather permits. Jersey guys, get offshore still. Delaware, Maryland. So anyways, we'll come back to you in a couple weeks with an update, but keep an eye on these conditions. Give us a call when the weather permits, because there's still some decent water out there. There really is. It's really crazy for October. Stay safe, happy fishing, and we will talk to you soon.